It is the beating heart of Iran's upstream oil sector and the main hub for the country's crude oil exports. To the eyes of many, Khark Island is all about pipelines, refineries, huge oil tanks, and burning flares. But in fact, this 32 square kilometer coral platform is much more than that. Khark is also Iran's most ancient island in the Persian Gulf.
Khark Island is administered by Kerman Province, some 25 kilometers to the island's north in mainland Iran. Back in the 8th and 9th centuries, the island was a heaven for those who dived into its crystal clear waters in their quest for pearls. However, the island's history goes back even further. Khark has mysterious natural and historic beauties, which have so far remained unnoticed even to the majority of Iranians.
It is known as the Old Man's Subterranean Garden. Back in the old days, an old man from Khark Island realized that he could take good advantage of the abundant spring water resources available on the island and turn this piece of land into a large vegetable farm. And he did so. But 20 years ago, the farm was gradually replaced with date palm trees, trees that continue to produce fresh dates for the people of Khark.
A significant part of the garden includes these strange-looking trees, which are believed to somehow go against the rules of nature.
The banyan tree, a mysterious gift of nature that grows in the Indian subcontinent as well as southern Iran, including Khark Island. One of the amazing features of this tree is its paradoxical interaction with the environment. As its branches at the top have a strong tendency towards the sky and sunshine, the branches at the bottom of the tree continuously try to reconnect with the roots below the earth. That is why they grow downwards, touch the earth, turn into roots, and start growing back up again.
Normally, most Persian Gulf islands are dry, but Khark is an exception. Historic aqueducts, natural springs, and wetlands scattered around the island have created a miraculous ecosystem comprising tropical plants and wildlife, and it won't be hard to guess why the island has attracted humans towards itself for many centuries.
Archaeologists believe that the Palmyrean grave temples were in fact towers of silence for the Zoroastrians of Iran during the Seleucid and the Parthian Empire some 2,000 years ago. In fact, these were places where they laid the bodies of their dead ones to rest.
Back as far as 3,000 years, with two graves that no longer exist due to the expansion of oil industry on the island. Khark was also an important island in the Islamic era. Mir Muhammad Hanafieh, who is believed to be one of the sons of Ali ibn Abi Talib, the first Imam of Shia Muslims, is still very much respected by the island's both Shia and Sunni population. The building of Mir Muhammad's tomb dates back to the Seljuk dynasty some 700 years ago, and is still considered as the holiest religious site in Khark. The island cemetery where the martyrs of the 8-year Iraq-Iran War are also laid to rest is located right next to the mausoleum. The indigenous population of Khark comprises 8,000 Sunni and Shia Muslims. Life is usually very quiet on the island during the day due to the scorching heat. Life took a different turn on the island since the discovery of huge oil reserves around the area. However, the natural and historic beauties of Khark still glitter like an oasis under the shadow of the island's magnificent oil installations.
We were given rare access to this beautiful and mysterious island, since only authorized personnel of the energy industry and the indigenous people of Khark are allowed to travel to the island. We became your eyes in this journey. Hope you've enjoyed this program. I'm Amir Mehdi Kazemi. Make sure you visit beautiful Iran.
Kerman is counted as one of the oldest cities, and it was founded as a defensive outpost with the name Veh Ardashir by Ardashir I, founder of the Sassanid Empire, in the 3rd century AD. Kerman was ruled by Turkmens, Arabs, and Mongols after the 7th century, and was expanded rapidly during the Safavid dynasty. When Marco Polo visited Kerman in 1271, it had become a major trade center linking the Persian Gulf with Khorasan and Central Asia. Ganjali Khan was the governor of Kerman during the Safavid era. He ruled thousands of cities and towns, from Fars province all the way to the city of Herat in today's Afghanistan. During his time, he built lots of public places in the city of Kerman, including this huge square, bazaar, mosque, and a public bath. Kerman's Jame or Central Mosque is a part of the Muzaffari aggregate and was completed in 1345 AD by Amir Mehdi Muhammad Muzaffari Meibudi Yazdi. The mosque is one of the most ancient structures of the country and a remnant of the Iranian monarchs after the Alebuye dynasty. The mosque has a tall gateway in its eastern sector, and the same has been decorated with beautiful tilework. A clock tower aids in the enhancement of this entrance. The structure has been constructed in a symmetrical fashion and has a winter and summer porch. Walking through dark and narrow halls to enter a huge and lighted area is a style in Islamic architecture of the Safavid era to give you this sense of joy and pleasure of entering a place like a public bath, which was not only for personal sanitation, but also for socializing, with people coming, sitting down, smoking hookah and pipe, and talking about social and political issues, or even finding husbands and wives for their kids, back in the old days style. Built in the Safavid period, this courtyard is home to what was once Kerman's most important hammam or bathhouse, the Hammam Ganjali Khan, now restored and transformed into a museum. With the conversion of the population of Iran to Islam, ritual purity through washing one's body became a requirement of religious life. Thenceforth, bathing became an integral part of life. Besides, baths were frequented not only for purity and hygienic reasons, but also for medical purposes. Physicians prescribed taking the waters against a great variety of ailments. Whenever I get a chance to travel to different cities of this beautiful land of Iran, I definitely stop by the bazaar of that city. Not just for shopping, but for the whole experience of meeting people from different backgrounds, with different ethnicities, different ages, different dialects, and so on. Another part of this experience, which unfortunately we cannot film for you, is the pleasant scent of the bazaar. Smells of colorful and different spices, dried fruits, and even dried dairy products. It's just amazing. A review of Iran's economic and social history indicates that the bazaar has always been a pillar of civic foundations. No town could survive without the bazaar, whether big or small. Some have allegorically described bazaar as the economic heartbeat of the Iranian cities. The ancient Iranian bazaars have gradually evolved into an encompassing section of the town. A bazaar was not a secluded section of the town, but home to a wide spectrum of goods and services sought by the townspeople. Archaeologists could find proofs of the existence of a 6,000-year-old bazaar in a place called Khabis near Kerman, a place which is now called Shahdad. I know you definitely want to know more about Kerman, and I'm not finished exploring this city. So we'll see you soon in the next program about some other attractions of Kerman. Shahriyar Azimi for Iran.